for Eric Bischoff as the director of SmackDown. Executive director of SmackDown. And man, it all came to an abrupt end here just last week. And man, I tell you, man, one thing I can say, just reading the clippings and whatnot, I haven't seen. Well, actually, I heard Eric Bischoff talking about it on his 83 weeks, and he doesn't seem like he's too bent out of shape.
No,
you know what I mean. It seems like he's pretty okay with it. But I must tell you, man, that job it definitely takes a certain type of individual. It takes a guy that literally sleeps with one eye open and one eye closed. It definitely it takes a guy that literally when he wakes up in the morning, before he even makes his cup of coffee, he gets his notepad first and then start making the coffee. It takes that type of focus. It takes that type of individual drive to push yourself to say, this is what I'm thinking about, and this is what I'm thinking about all the time. It takes that type of individual. And the person that was, presented the job was Bruce Pritchard. And Bruce Pritchard is that type of guy that's going to, no matter what, it could be a blizzard outside, you know what I mean, a tornado brewing. He's going to be writing his notes and thinking about what these guys are going to be doing on SmackDown on a weekly. I know that, and just because I know what kind of person Bruce Pritchard is, he's definitely, driven, towards this business. This is his life. This is what he does. He was that kid running around in the Sam Houston Coliseum back in the day, Paul Bosch days, you know what I mean? He wears, just like I do, the ring of Paul Bosch. He's a guy also, that spent, pretty much his adult life in this business, and most of it in the WWE, so he knows exactly what that job entails. He knows exactly the stress that it brings, and the thing is, it can bring a lot of stress if you're not that type of guy. For Bruce, I think his heart probably will get better. You know what I'm saying? Because he got so much more of a workload. I'm serious, man. So Eric Bischoff out. My thing is, I said, man, Eric Bischoff got that job. Is this something that he really, is capable of doing? I questioned. I said, man, this is huge. Especially being that far removed from the game, the playing field. Like I say, man, I've seen guys, try to retire and come back, in the game, and boom, they go out in one hit. We retire again. You know what I mean? So, it's no different than a guy like Eric Bischoff, who was so close to the game back in WCW, and then, therefore removed from it for years, and then find himself in TNA. That run didn't end up too well, and then find himself, running, having a job in one of the biggest companies, in the world. I'm talking about, that's overall. I'm talking about football, basketball, baseball, everything. You know what I mean? This is a huge team, and now you run in one aspect of it. It's almost like you got your offensive coach and you got your defensive coach. Both of those guys got to be on point if we plan on going to the Super Bowl. Seriously, I mean, both of them got to know how to play their jobs, right. And I can't do your job for you. You got to be able to do your job on your own. You got to have your team as well to be able to facilitate you as far as making that happen. And I tell you, sometimes, I used to see Eric walking around the building, and it was like, man, it seemed like I'm in a time warp. That's what it looked like. You know what I mean? It seemed like he was just so, man, what is going on here? You know what I mean? Sometimes I wonder, guy walk by and I go, who is that guy? So I know he wondered, man, who are all of these guys? You know what I'm saying? Right. So it was like, man, I'm sure it was something that, I don't know, perhaps maybe even overwhelmed him. I've been reading some of the clippings as far as this, the reasons why, Eric Bischoff was let go, and the one that got me the most was he didn't have the stamina for the job. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you right now, you got to have a lot of stamina for that job, man, because you are, you running around, you all over the place, man. You just see you. I mean, you just hear about these guys, running a show on one night a week, man. But these guys are on the road 4 or 5 days a week in the boardroom, working. I heard the one, the new phrase, working from looking at things from 30,000 feet.
Right.
That's what they're saying in the boardrooms, guys. When you're looking at things, you got to look at it from 30,000 feet. That's going to be my new thing. I'm finna start saying that on television. But yeah. My thing is, I don't know.
And the thing is, he did the WCW thing, was successful for that. I mean, he named his show after it, 83 weeks. I mean, that's a long time to be successful against what at that point was the giant in the marketplace, WWF. Then he does TNA. It didn't really work out so well. But then, think about this. He's given the reins to not only SmackDown. This is now SmackDown on Fox, on network. This is the biggest wrestling show, television wrestling show in the history of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's a big task.
Well, I don't know if they were thinking about... I really don't know what they were thinking about as far as, making him executive, director of SmackDown. And what does that entail? To
me, it would be like the general manager, like the shoot general manager. You're overseeing everything.
Well, it means you're overseeing everything, but do it mean that I got to come up with a lot of the talent storylines? Do I got to, oversee the way things are going to play out at the end of the night? On a weekly basis, 52 weeks out of the year. Am I going to be the one responsible if, the ratings start dipping and the shows aren't looking the way, that's a lot of responsibility. And you got to wonder, do you want that job before you even take that job? I mean, me personally, that's what I think.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just really don't know if he knew exactly, perhaps what he was getting
But what if they just made him an offer he couldn't refuse?
Well, that's the way it works too. You know what I mean? So, well, especially when it's unexpected. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure he was probably sitting at home on the sofa getting ready to do 83 weeks, and the phone rang. Bling, bling. This is WWE. We got something for you. What is it? A job.
How much does it pay?
Money.
I'm on the way.
Sometimes, man. Sometimes it is as simple as that. You know what I mean? So, hey, my thing is this, man. He's taking it well. Seems like he's going to move forward. It's not something that he's going to dwell on. And me personally, honestly, I'm thinking he's happy it worked out this way. You know what I mean? Eric was staying, in Wyoming?
Yeah,
Wyoming. In Wyoming.
Cody, Wyoming.
Yeah, exactly what. Ain't a whole lot going on.
The deer and the antelope play.
And I'm sure he's probably happy to get back to a whole lot of that.
Yeah.
And just kick the feet up. Where's the dog? There he is. You know what I mean? It's that type of deal. But no,
and he's been a good sport about it. He said he's going to start a new podcast called 83 Days.
Yeah, that might even be better. So, no, man, you gotta be able to poke fun at yourself. You gotta be able to have some humor as far as something like this go. 4 months, I don't know if he, got up and left and moved up there and whatnot, but
yeah, he did. He moved to Connecticut.
But you know what? It might be an upgrade from Wyoming. He might like the weather up there in Connecticut. But it get cold up there too. You know what I mean? I don't know about the deer and the antelope. That's another story. Hey guys, stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame.